Good morning, road dogs and highway hounds. Let's go for a ride. Go pick up my trailer, take a short little ride, and I hope it ain't too noisy. Some of you guys complain about it's noisy, don't make videos. Hey, don't watch, man. What am I gonna do? Some of you have asked about price. What's going on with price or whatever, or like to hear your opinion on the price or whatever, and so that's what I'm going to do, my opinion on the price, how I'm thinking about things right now. So my perspective on what's going on now is what I'm sure a lot of people are having the same feelings that I was having in 2013, 2014 when I first got into Bitcoin and Litecoin. You're looking at the prices and you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there and buy. And you know, because it's gonna go super high. It's going way up there, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna freak out and die here in a minute. That was kind of my feeling. It couldn't happen fast enough for me. Like back then, Coinbase only had Bitcoin on it, and I had to figure out how to buy Litecoin, and I was just kind of like, I put my head down for a couple of weeks and figured out BTC and figured it out. Now you guys got Coinbase, blah blah blah, whatever. So what do I think about the price? So I'm aware that there are a lot of new people coming in, and right now that's their mindset for the new people. And the people who've been in there for a while, like, I don't know, I assume that people think like me. I'm looking at it like it's about at the top. Maybe. Because you don't know. You don't know if it's at the top or not. Because here's the thing. It just got on Coinbase. There's a lot of new people, and they're just getting these concepts. And markets are irrational, and it could go to 100. I don't know. But one thing, if you listen to me much, I don't trade. I've never, everything I bought, I've taken out and put on a paper wallet, and I've never sold anything, and I've never traded anything for anything. That doesn't mean I don't pay attention to the price, but I don't get scared by the price. You're talking to, or you're listening to a guy that started buying when? In about 2014, early 2014, after just seeing the price go to 40. And so I bought all the way from 40 all the way down to $1.80, and I've been buying all the way back up because I believe in the gold and silver concept of Bitcoin and Litecoin. And I think it's appealing to other people, and Charlie Lee positioned himself at Coinbase, so I was pretty darn sure that Litecoin would eventually land on Coinbase, which it did. And so my view, okay, I'm looking at here we go. My view on this stuff right now. I could use some money. So, and here's one thing I do. I pay my taxes. So, like if I want to buy one Litecoin, I buy 1.5 Litecoins to pay my capital gains taxes, you know. But I'm really torn right now. I just don't want to sell anything. Because this, and the reason why, this space is new, and it's not like any kind of other investment. I mean, if you're dealing in altcoins, which I don't consider Litecoin an altcoin, yeah, you better treat it like another investment. But I'm looking at Bitcoin and Litecoin as digital gold and silver. I think nations will fight, trying to get it. I think I wait for the day when Coinbase is illegal and you can't buy it and you have to go back to a local Bitcoins type of thing or something like that, or But anyway, so what about the price? So I'm looking at the price now, and I like time-tested, proven laws, and just things that I don't like guessing. Is it going to go to 100, or is it going to go back down to $12 to $15, which is probably where it's going to go. But it could go to 100 and never go, you don't know when the upswing is going to end. But the speculators came in at at about $3.80, and they pushed it up to 15, and then it went on Coinbase, and that's where the price shot up. So I'm thinking probably some of those speculators that came in at the 3 to 15 range, I would think they'd want to hold on to it, but I don't know. Some of them, I don't know. I just don't know their mentality. And that's why I don't trade, is because you're guessing. It's just anybody's guess. But one thing, do you know what the Fibonacci sequence is, or the golden ratio, or the golden mean, or whatever? It's something, it's a law of nature. And that's why I always talk about dollar cost averaging, is because it's a law. It's something that it just works. You don't have to guess. If you dollar cost average, you're going to buy more at a lower price than you will at a higher price. That's just the way it's going to be, because that's what dollar cost averaging is. And the Fibonacci sequence is similar to that. The trick is being able to identify it. And what I'm looking at right now on the charts, I don't even know if this is Fibonacci. It probably is. The head and shoulders. It's the only pattern that I can kind of identify. But what a head and shoulders is when you're looking at a market and it goes up, and then it comes down, and then it goes up higher, and then it comes down, and then it goes up, and you got a shoulder, and then what happens is it crashes. Is that where we are? I don't know, because it was like $26 last night when I went to bed, and then I got up and it's $30 again. So I don't know what the price is going to do, but here's the thing. If you're wanting to get out, it looks kind of to me like it could be a head and shoulders crash at about 32. I'm just thinking. And if it would crash after 32, I think it would probably settle around 15. 12 to 15 or whatever. But it's just guess and speculation. But then again, here's the thing. So many people are learning about this stuff, and a lot of people don't have it, and I know that feeling, because that's what I was talking about when I started the video. Is I know what you're feeling, and you're right to be feeling it, because I don't know, you just it's a stressor. It's a mind game deal. But then another thing to think about, you listen to Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister. He prices everything in Bitcoin. So you look at the dollar chart, which is what I would judge the value on, because that's a stable measure. But a lot of people trading are looking at the price related to Bitcoin. So you compare the Bitcoin and Litecoin thing and look at that chart and see what formations are there. But there's my thoughts on so that's a real mentality with a lot of people who are in the space. So I'd pay attention to that. I'm gonna put a link below to the Fibonacci sequence and what that is. It's kind of abstract, but it's something that you see every day, and if you start looking at it, like I'm looking at a logo right there, I see it, and when you start seeing the world, there's a sign there, and it's, there's a ratio. When you flush your toilet, the water going down is a Fibonacci sequence. It's a law of nature, it just, and it's aesthetic, it's appealing. And you hear a lot of these guys talking about Fibonacci tone vase or whatever. I don't even know necessarily. Endless Mountain, I think I hear him talking about it a lot. But I don't listen to a whole lot of speculation or the traders, just because I'm not a trader. I want to build a business, and I want to acquire more Bitcoin and Litecoin. That's what I want to do. Right now I could use some money because my house ain't sold yet. That's one thing you can listen to me about. I'm like a leading indicator of, what's going to happen. Hey, I'm going to sell my house and buy the Litecoin. Bam! The price goes up. It's like, dang it! So I'm thinking about selling a little bit, and then when my house does sell, because I got a startup happening here, and I need a little money, and my house ain't selling fast enough. So I'm thinking about selling if I just don't want to sell at 33, because that's right when it's going to go up to 50 or something. Yeah, it's a guessing game. So, then this ain't financial advice or whatever. It's just me open processing the way I think about it. It's probably a good time to sell. But if you don't have any, you better get some. You got to get in the game. And I watched the Bitcoin and Litecoin ratio go from 350, and then I just checked it again with the Bitcoin Litecoin ratio. It's all the way up to 50. It went from 350 Litecoins to 1 Bitcoin to 50 to 1 Bitcoin. And I don't think people get the Bitcoin Litecoin ratio yet, the supply, the 1-in-4 ratio, because I'm not listening to a lot of people on YouTube. Listen to Bitcoins and Coffee, Adam Meister every once in a while. I want to listen to Tone Vase, but just all the analysis, I just I should just flip to the end of his videos, because I really like that guy's opinion. And Andreas Antonopoulos, I listen to him a lot. But, what was I saying? No, I don't think people get that whole Bitcoin Litecoin ratio yet. But, and that's another thing, I don't want to sell my Litecoin. It's just like, if I sold it, it makes sense to take some profit. I need the money, and then my house probably sell in a month, I'm thinking, because it's springtime, getting into summer, and that's what people are going to be buying houses. So if I couldn't use the money, I wouldn't sell. I've never sold anything. I don't even know how to get it off the paper wallet. This is something I'm going to have to figure out. And that's why I've never sold any, is because I knew if I didn't know how to take it off a paper wallet, then I'd never spend it, which has worked successfully. But if I didn't need the money, I wouldn't sell. But I'm thinking, man, I just don't want to sell. The way I'm thinking right now, though, is I'm probably not going to sell. I'm just going to suck it up and wait for the house to sell, because I just don't want the tax headache, and I don't want to let go of my Litecoins. So I'm probably not going to sell. If you're in a position where you want to sell, I'd say 33. I don't know what to do, man. You know, what do? You know, I'd sell at 33 and it'd go to 50, and then go to 100, and I'd be like, man, you know. So I don't know what's going on with the price. Up and down, up and down. That's what it does. If you just keep plugging away and getting it in there, you know, that's what you're going for. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to work, man. I'll talk to you later.